Hey guys, it's Phoenix. Welcome back to another episode of Alone on the Ark. As you can see, we're riding our Yudi. This is Boss Slayer, and behind us we have a line of Megatheriums. I have 4 following me, and I found that the easiest way to do it is to have the first one follow the Yudi, the second Megatherium follow the first one, the third follow the second, the fourth follow the third. There are 4 more back there that are not following. Eventually they will make their way to the Green Obelisk, but I don't need them right now. I actually don't need these 4. I figured I'd just get them there so they could sit there, passively level, and kind of just get out of our lake because it's a little packed. The first group I took over, I did go out that back exit, and I took them through the snow biome around that first mountain. And let me tell you, it was a nightmare. I just saw an egg that we're going to go pick up. It was a nightmare. They get caught up so easily on so many things. It's a little bit crazy. Just doing an egg check since I'm already picking one up. I also moved our excess Udis. They're all over here. I put food in all of their inventories. I mostly just needed to get them out of the way. So these were the 3 breeders that we started this line out with. Here we have our breeder male, our breeder female, our backup boss slayer, and then this girl is actually not imprinted. But you can see, just based on her color, I don't want to walk off the cliff here, that she is an obvious mutation. Now, I kind of wish that I had gotten her mutation early on in the breeding process, because her mutation was melee damage. She went from 325 to 337 with that one mutation. But I did not get her in the early process, so I honestly didn't want to rebreed just to breed her in. The reason I moved them over here was partially to get them out of the way, but also because I didn't want to put any more of them in the cryo orbs, because we have enough females there that we're gonna get a lot of eggs, and that will ramp up our kibble game. But yeah, so I took them through the snow biome, the first group. They got caught up on rocks, trees, dead bodies of stuff that they'd killed. They did get a decent amount of levels, and we were able to get a bunch of Yudi lungs and woolly rhino horns, but honestly, it wasn't worth the hassle of trying to get them through the snow biome. Oh, hello. Why? Oh. Okay, I was still in orbit camera there. Hang on one second. We're gonna get through. We gotta make sure we got them all through. They're all gonna get through. So now I just go back and I close the door. Just so nothing gets in my lake. On my server that I had a long time ago, I came out that door, and right around this corner was a T-Rex. Oh, something's eating something somewhere. I just heard it. Outside this corner was a T-Rex, and I was shocked to see it. It was roaring at me. I took care of it, but see how it's already kind of getting stuck on things? Yeah, imagine that through the rocky snow biome. Literally, it was horrible. My first time out here and on my way back in, I did kind of clear out the trees. It made it a little bit easier both to get them through, less things to get stuck on, and honestly just for me to see them. I do have to look back quite often to do a head count, but this is essentially what we did. I did try to get them up on that mountain. I honestly was struggling to get them up there. Now, the last group that I took down Black Sands, and it's not this little section, but the one farther down across from the redwoods, that's Black Sands. That wasn't too horribly bad. There's a lot of rocky stuff, but there was a lot of like Brontos. We killed a couple Spinos. We got a Rex. It turned out to go pretty well. I don't know if I'm going to take them that far this time, just because of time constraints. I mean, just to go around the snow biome mountain, that was like an hour and a half. I'm not as, like, I do want these guys to level, but it's not as big of a deal because they're not going to be immediately fighting. I see a Tapejara back there. Level 10. We don't care. Honestly, we got the Tapejara to tame the Quetzal, and that was pretty much it. It is nice that it's faster than the Argent, but honestly, the weight is just... The weight and the stamina kind of make it to where I don't really want to use it too much. Literally got it for the Quetzal, and that's it. So, I'm noticing that this isn't really respawning a whole lot, which is kind of disappointing. Oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. The other thing I've noticed is that when you're walking them to Green Ob, it's kind of easier if you stick to the water when you can. There's not a whole lot of rocks in the water, and most of it from Hidden Lake to Green Ob isn't that deep. So they don't have to swim that often. So that's definitely a help. I've thought about taking them through the swamp to level them up there, killing Sarcos and Capros and all that jazz, but I don't know that I want to deal with the leeches. So I think what we might do is we might head right to Green Ob, and then instead of going up to it, we will kind of go down to the beach and see what's down there that we can take out. Like I said, this is just not respawning. Look at that turtle. I totally don't need that turtle, but he's kind of Seahawks colored. Not a football fan, but if I have to support a team, it's going to be the home team. That would be the Seattle Seahawks, by the way. Like I said, not a huge fan. I am really excited for the hockey team, though. I've also thought about taking these guys up into the redwoods, but sorry, I don't know how, I don't know how well I could get them through it. Not necessarily because there's a lot of stuff in there that's gonna kill us. I can't honestly remember how rocky or not rocky it is. There are a lot of trees, and I mean, even on the UD, I can still get thylacolioed off. It's super fun. Oh, so here is something else I figured out. If you take your spyglass, look at the animal. Oh my gosh, okay, so see, this is a great example of getting caught on stuff. Yeah, you just kind of got to clear it. That almost wasn't even worth it because that Tiplo was such a low level. I mean, I could go up in the trees here. Oh, actually, you know what, guys? Let's, I hear a monkey. Let's take out this guy. He is a low level. He is a leftover from the summer bash. I have not done a dino wipe because I am kind of gearing up towards going into the oceans to start looking for Basilosauruses, which will be a lot easier now that we have that female baryonyx. I want to breed them, probably get maybe 3 babies out of them, imprint the 3 babies, and then I will ride 1 and have 2 on follow. And that way they can just kind of help me take care of any megalodons or mantas that we run into. It can be done without an imprinted baryonyx, but honestly, if you have the option for an imprinted versus not imprinted, go for the imprinted every time. I don't have to super breed them, but Oh, level 25. Half of them face planted in that tree. I don't need to super breed the baryonyxes, but just imprinting them will be a huge help. Oh look, see, look, he's stuck on a tree. So now I get to come over and save him. And you just break one and that'll usually fix itself. It is also kind of fun watching them try to get themselves back in line. I have had a few troubles with that. Sometimes, let's say the first one's 1, the second one's 2, 3, and then 4. Sometimes 1 will get stuck behind like 2 and 3, and well, 3's not going to move because 2's not moving, and 2's not going to move because 1 can't get to me. So that has been an issue that I've dealt with, leading these guys to Green Ob. And I could have cryopotted them and just carried them over, but honestly, I wanted the last chance to get these guys leveled up. Hey there, little Doedicurus. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're good. That is another leftover from the summer bash. I think that's a Pachysaurus. It's a Pachy. Those are the ones that like headbutt and can knock stuff out. Now another thing is, now that I'm going through kind of like a more dense treed area, I do tend to clear out in front of me. Where are we? Where's the obelisk? Sorry about that shot of Beauty Butt. I had not actually gone through those woods before. I obviously were by a swamp. Whew, obelisk is way over there. Well, I mean, we're here, so let's take out this guy. And then we're gonna make our way back. Alright, dudes. Back in formation, soldiers. 1, 2, 3, and here comes 4. Surprisingly, he didn't get stuck on that body. I think we're actually not too far off course. It would help if I could get, like, kind of out of this mess of trees. Ooh. Well, we're just gonna kind of go through this river a little bit. I think I know where I'm at. Now, another thing is, you'll notice that the Yudi's not swimming. They might end up having to. Oh, hello. Oh, it's piranhas. Are you kidding me, dudes? Not smart. What are you guys fighting? What are you stuck on? Oh. Okay, yeah, I know where we are. We did get... Oh. See? They got stuck on trees. So you definitely want to, if you're leading them like this, you know, you definitely want to keep an eye out. Oh, there's a snake. I hope one of you guys collected the venom, because there's no way I'm gonna see a bag. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so just as you're going along, just keep an eye on your count. Make sure you still got everybody. Let's go ahead and cross here. Oh, wow, they're not having to swim. So this is actually the entrance that we want. What are you guys... Piranhas. It's not going to be great XP, but why not? Go ahead and get them. Alright, and we got 4 of them. So this entrance is actually the one that we wanted because when you get down here through this little canyon, I could have taken them up there. When you get down here through this canyon, you go straight onto the bridge up to Green Ob. And you kind of just want to take it slow, don't run. Having them in a line like that is really good because you have less chance of them falling. Okay, so now we just go 1 stop. Nope, that did not work. 1 stop. Oh, that might have just been a mistake. Oh well. And now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of parking these guys over here. They're out of the way. They're not on the pad, so they're not going to get taken into the boss fight. And they're just going to sit here, and they're going to passively level. And that's pretty much it. These and the 4 that are still back at base are just extras. And I'll show you how I have them all lined up. First, what we want to do is we want to go through and we want to check their inventory. You did not do anything, mister. You did. So now she's got some boss fight items. She's got the sauropod vertebrae and some therioclaws. So I just dump it. And then we go over and I'm taking their health up to 20,000 or as close to it as I can get. You did not get any levels either. But, I mean, they're gonna gain slowly while they sit here. And this one doesn't have the best levels either. Let's go ahead and throw our sauropod vertebrae in here. This is kind of my little boss fight box. It's got my boss fight items and some of the artifacts. I do want to go get 2 more sets of each of these. And while I do, like, all of these guys are going to get to passively level. So now let's, you know what? What do you have in your inventory? A whole lot of food, but nothing we really want. Okay, so now her levels I'm going to put into melee damage. And honestly, we'll do 1 more into melee and 1 into health. I mean, more health never hurts. Do I want to leave you here? I probably do. Okay, so you'll notice that these guys over here, none of them have saddles. There's 10 of them. These are all... Ooh, hello. These are all of our kind of... Like, the levels don't look bad, but their stats are terrible. I fully expect these 10... this guy here is the first one with a saddle, I believe. So that 230. So from that 230, the one with the red nose between the 2 blue ones, he's the first one with a saddle. Him, all the way down to here, have saddles. These are all of the super bred Megatheriums that we did. I'm I fully expect them to get through the Gamma fight, no problem. Beta, I'm really hoping, because I did super breed them and because they're wearing saddles, these guys here, they might make it through the Gamma. Some of them might make it through. Some of them probably won't. I don't expect any of them to make it through the beta fight. That's why we have those 5 back there, plus the 4 more that are back at base. Plus I think we actually have 2 extras too. So I'll probably bring 5 more over here, and that will replace potentially the 10 that I fully expect to lose. I do, like I said, I still want to leave them here. I want to let them all passively level for a while. I could close off that bridge with a dino gate. I don't know if I will. I'm actually not going to leave the Yudi here because when it is finally time to do the boss fight, there is a XP buff. Right? Ugh, I'm stuck. Crouching will sometimes get you unstuck, by the way. I want to say it's right kind of up by this rock here. That's across the river. If you go down around here, there's an XP buff. And I want to hit that with our Yudi. And then we're going to haul butt down here and we're going to do the boss fight. And I'm hoping that we'll get through the Gamma soon enough that she has her full... She still has the XP buff. And, I mean, that will give her some massive levels. What are you? I just put you in... Oh my goodness. Sometimes I don't know where my head's at. I just put her in my inventory and I totally forgot she was there. I do have... Seriously? Well, you can't see it, but I do have an otter in my shoulder. Like I said, I want to go get the 3 artifacts twice more. I want to have 3 sets here to do the 3 fights. And then I've got the set back at base just to sit on the pedestals and look all pretty and like, oh, look at our accomplishments. I know it sounds kind of weird, but that's just me. Wow, this video is probably going to be one of our shortest videos. But honestly, that's kind of it for now. Oh, so one of the reasons I did move them over is if you look at the feeding trough, I haven't really had to add anything to it. They're not eating this food out of this trough as fast because I'm not at Green Obelisk. So when I'm not here, if I'm not in render rage, it kind of goes into stasis. They go into stasis, they'll still gain levels, but they're not eating because they're kind of just frozen. So, I mean, that's good. It's less food that I'm going through at base because, oh my goodness, I could not keep up with the food. But yeah, this is our army. They're all here, except for, you know, Boss Slayer in our pocket. There was one thing about the Tapejara that I've forgotten to show you guys. And it's this. So the Tapejara can latch onto rocks. She's regaining stamina when she's latched on. Let's do another stamina. Her weight's not horrendous. We'll go more stam. Honestly, That's her biggest problem. She just doesn't have a lot of stamina. Or health. Or weight. She's just not the greatest Tapajar in general. But yeah, so to latch on, you just hit X like you do when you go to land on PS4. And yeah. But yeah, guys, I think that we're gonna call this a video. We've got our boss fight army here, and in the next video, I plan to do at least the Gamma BroodMother. We might do the beta. I will have the pig moved over, and I will have Boss Slayer here. The pig will just be here to heal them all up after we fight the boss. But yeah, I think we're gonna call this a video. I hope you guys learned, something useful getting them here. Definitely do the, one following the other. It helps. Not like hugely helps, but it does help. They get stuck on less stuff. Sometimes. But they're also easier to do head counts on. When you have them all up in a group, because they're all following, say, the Yudi, they kind of get bunched up, and sometimes it's harder to count them, especially when you have more following. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.